Let's see. All right, I got about a couple minutes. I want to say, I think yesterday I left off yesterday with some. I left off yesterday with, if I remember correctly, I told myself, you know what, I got some homework, right? And my homework was to go ahead and take one, to look over my bills, right? Two, to make a list of financial mistakes that I make. And I think my whole thing about that was to find the reasons behind the why behind why I do what I do, the reasons. And so, I mean, I got a couple things. For one, I think I put in here bad spending habits. You can't really see that. Yeah, sorry, buddies. Yeah, sorry, you're not getting that. All right. And here I have bad spending habits, financial mistakes. I think that's how I worded it. Number one, not paying my bills before buying food and goods. What that means for me, um, what that means for me is that I get paid on a Friday and by Monday I'm broke, because what happens is on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'm just too busy running that card through the machine. Like, cling green, approved, 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 approved. Straight, like, literally on lunch at work. I haven't even left the job, but it's payday and I'm using that money. So how that looks is already buying Culver's for lunch. Like, examples, right? Buying Culver's for lunch when I know I don't usually buy Culver's the rest of the week. Only now that I've gotten paid. So then that's that. I think also Friday night comes and I want to have a drink. Maybe baby girl asks me to buy some drinks. And I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna do that, and that's also a financial mistake, because I know if I know I can't do it, why am I doing it? So, um, there's that aspect, and then so already, right? Weekends there. I'm spending money throughout the weekend, buying bud, getting haircuts, getting food, going out to eat, going out to dinner. Sunday night comes and I start thinking about work the next day, right, on Monday. And I realize, because I don't work Sundays, um, I realize I've spent all my money and now it's time to pay my bills. Financial mistake number one. Loans and leasing out without looking at income. So I got my PC, I'm gonna be completely honest, with arm and leg. That's what I paid with at this point in my life right now, this very moment, for the next 2 months, because it's a total of 90 days, 3 months if I'm not mistaken. And I've been a month in now, but for the next 2 months, I'm still gonna continue to pay $150 every week, to pay this off within 90 days, so I qualify for no interest. I could have done 12 months at $90, I think it was, or $85, but that would mean that I would pay double or triple the interest, and that's at least the stuff with Best Buy, and that was a mistake that I made. And it leads me to another mistake: mental accounting. So I did a lot of mental accounting. I looked over everything mentally. I said, you know what, I might get paid this for this month and that for that month, and if I get paid consistently this and that, everything's gonna be okay. And currently, I can 100% with confidence say that everything is not okay. So that was another mistake of mine, leasing without looking at income and realizing that right now is not the best time for me to be spending money like that. Now, I had the opportunity to sell my laptop. I didn't have to sell my laptop, but part of me said, this is what I told myself, by the way, and it was a mistake on my part. I told myself, you know what, I deserve a place that I can come home, play video games if I want to play video games. I deserve a PC because of reason X, Y, and Z. And I basically sold myself on it without thinking of the consequences, and now I'm going through those consequences. So, two birds with one stones. With one stone. Number one of those birds, it's not getting any more loans, not leasing anything out, until all of my debt is paid. And then, I mean, of course, going for the important things like a home, land, and having a place to stay, because I don't really I don't currently like my living situation. Not that I'm, like in a place that in an evil place, but I'm not where I can be. And so I've delayed the process and trying to speed up my pleasure. And so that's that. So no more loans, no leasing out anything without looking at income. And like when I say looking at income, is really being realistic as to the money that's about to come in and if I can pay or not, and knowing the final number, because I remember doing the leasing and moving forward with $90, and then I realized, wait, if I do this for 12 months, this is after I made the purchase and everything was already set up at home. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was set up, but I told myself, if I do $90, $85 for the next 12 months, I'm going to pay triple. So you know what? I called them up and I said, I want to do 90 days. And I didn't calculate for 90 days when I first made the purchase. I calculated for 12 months. So I didn't have the final number, right? That's part of that mental accounting. Everything, making plans without money I don't have. And that's one of the last ones. Making plans with money I don't have. And that's what I did. And so next thing you know, I set myself up for failure. I changed the pay date or pay rate, and not wanting to pay that interest. I took that sacrifice, and I'm down bad right now. But I know, just bear with me. Everything is gonna be okay. I just have to put a halt and a stop on all spending, and genuinely focus on target my debt and target my bills to the point where everything is paid smoothly. It's coming along. And so 3 mistakes I just pointed out there. 1, getting loans and leasing things without knowing of the income that's coming in. Number 2, mental accounting. You don't want to be adding numbers in your head about things that you can and can't pay and when you can and can't pay, because you're going to forget. If you don't believe me, try it. You're going to forget. Making plans with money I don't have. It's easy. You know what? Tomorrow I get paid, I'm going to go have lunch. I'm going to go buy some lunch. Tomorrow I get paid, I'm going to get off of work and I'm going to go get a haircut. And that money hasn't hit my bills. That money hasn't hit my bank yet. And I'm already making plans. So that's 1. That's 3. And then now I think I have one here that I said earlier. So and I think I spoke on it, buying things without doing my bills first. So I'll say this. I'll just say that waiting until Monday to look over Friday's pay and spending it through the weekend. So I talked about that. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'm splurging and I'm leaving everything for Monday. So let's say this, not paying my bills first. And I already said that. So not paying my bills first. When I get paid Fridays, no matter if everything is just how can I explain it? No matter if I lose all that money. And the reason I say lose is because I'm not buying the things that I want to buy, right? I'm going out for a date night on the weekend, buying some lunch out on Friday at work, and getting a haircut, and buying some bud and buying some liquor, it has to go to bills. If it has to go to bills, it's going to bills. And that's point blank period. If that week I don't get to splurge on those things, then it is what it is. But I need to be able to sacrifice until things are stable. Because right now things are unstable. And it brings me to the last piece of a financial mistake. A grave financial mistake that I know right now in my 25s is one of the greatest mistakes I made in my 20s, in the first half of my 20s, and that's not saving money. I know how to save, I just don't save. How do you save? You don't spend. That's all I'm gonna say. So I went through that, and that's that. I guess yesterday's topic was reasons, right? Reasons why we do what we do. I want you to look yourself in the mirror every single day for the next month, every morning, and tell yourself, I can and I will. That dream, blank, insert that dream. Say, I can do it, and I will. I want you to realize that nothing changes unless you change. In the moment that you give up, you lose all hope of ever attaining that which you thought you could attain. 1 is better than 0. Don't give up. If you don't want to be disappointed, I'll give you 3 things here, 3 keys. If you don't want to be disappointed in life. Number 1, don't set your heart, your mind, and your soul on material. Material rusts. It breaks. It doesn't last forever. So don't set your thoughts and your passions and your motivation on things that don't last forever. Number two. Don't waste time. We do it already inevitably. But the moment that you realize, that very moment, that second, throughout your day, when you're doing whatever you're doing, the moment that you realize you could be doing something better, do it. Don't look back. Don't depend on material. Don't waste time. And number 3, to not be disappointed in life, do your very best to live without regret. Do your very best to live without regret. My hopes for my life, my goal for my life is to lay in my deathbed and say I lived without regrets. I don't regret anything I ever did. I'm blessed, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I lived the life that was meant for me to live. So, find out the life that's meant for you to live. Don't give up. Don't give in. Trust the process. And trust God. Make sure you act upon that which you say you will act upon. And you will reap what you sow. This is another episode of The Motive, episode number 2. I hope you're having a great day. And if you tuned in, thank you. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to come back.